Hey guys, it's me, Derek, or Troubling Paxman, or whatever account I'm uploading this on. I have no literal clue. And I came here with a few announcements and a couple of updates. Hooray. So, basically, with some of my models, I have made a couple of updated models of my engines. Yay. Like right here. Ignore these two who are sitting on my table for no reason. But I've made a couple of customs. Well, I'm gonna exclude him because he's still work in progress. Even though some of these aren't finished, I just don't want to show him yet. Off you go. Yay. What did you do? Anyways, let's get started. Now, let me get started with good old Teddy. Good old Teddy. Now, originally, if you've seen some of the older or previous videos from my channel, which the transporting at the, the cottage or something, the Solon cottage. The Solon College will be still a thing, but it's gonna be later on the line. But when you saw that video, you saw a prototype Teddy, which looked, no offense, but to the elders like it was pretty ugly. Really ugly. So ugly. Anyways, I decided to improve him since then, and this is what I've done. I think I did pretty good updating Teddy. Yay. I've added a gold and a brass dome, but the first thing is that I got some different blue paints and repainted him. Now he looks more special. I did a complete redone. I took off those paper stripes since they made him look even uglier, and replaced it with some red paint lining thing. Then I used some paper clips as his handrails. I filed down the funnel and repainted the funnel. Added a golden whistle, some golden stuff. And I just did revamped him. Let me put in the comment section below of how you think he turned out. Please put suggestions or things you would like to see in the future for this Teddy model, or any improvements you would like to see me do. Next, we have good old Hugo. Now, if you don't know who Hugo is, he's the controller. The controller actually has no name. He's just called a controller to the engines. Basically, this is his means of transport, or Hugo. Instead of using a road vehicle and driving around, or using some weird object as his, or put on something like that, he decided that he ordered the workmen to build not traction engine, but a special type of engine that only is one of its kind, that being Hugo. Now, originally Hugo kind of looked different, but not that different. What I've done recently to change him was I added a Trackmaster Flora's funnel onto him, which I think actually suits him really good. Added two cardboard buffers at the front and back. And that's pretty much about it. He also has no coal currently because he uses real coal. More on that later, but let's move this stuff out. And we have Teddy's coaches. Beatrice and Marone. I would call him Jerome, but I just call him Marone. Now, Beatrice is a the guard's coach, a luggage coach, and a regular passenger coach at the same time. I made her using of course, a Bachmann Clarabelle. I think that was what it was. Yeah, an old Bachmann Clarabelle had been sitting in the storage for ages, and decided to do something useful with it, and I turned her into this. I know it wasn't really big, but deal with it. As you can see, the features I've done. Also repainted her roof to be grey, which looks much better and more suitable. I was actually thinking of putting black, but I decided to do grey. Not much was really done on her except for this little piece right here, and her face and her buffers. And also she has no coupling in the back, so I just could like if Teddy was stuck on the downward slope, aka the hill, a banker could push her. Marome is still work in progress. Now his eyes are a bit derpy because I actually glued them wrong, as you can see, but I don't really care. No, I'm not mocking any derpiness or anything serious. It's just an accident. It kind of looks funny, but this is the main passenger coach. I made him out of a old broken shell of a Steam Along Thomas model I had in storage as well. And I decided to do this. Now I was originally going to use one of those old Bachmann brake vans, or as most people call them, cabooses. Let me try to zoom in. Yeah. As you can see on my shelf, if you can see clearly enough, there's a yellow brake van from the chassis system. I was using that, but then when I was trying to get the old couplings off so you could put the new HO/OO couplings, the bogie broke. I tried to fix it, but it turned out wonky. So I decided to make my own chassis for him, but that's probably going to be a lot of work, but it should turn out alright. Now all I have to do is get this part off, these two parts off, and then make the chassis. And then he should be all good to go. And now, but not least, I saved the best for last. My OC. Well, the OC on my other account, but you get the gist, Chan. Now, this is my OC. If you want some backstory, I'll give you some backstory, matey. Basically, back on British Rail, Chan used to work on a little tramway line with Toby at Henrietta, but he was sold off later on, but then he was put in the scrapyard after finding no use for him. So they just left him there for a few years, because he was kind of sad and alone. Then the East West Railway Privatization, you can get the gist, came and rescued him and restored him to his former glory, and also made him a banker, which is now a banker. He works on the main line, and he's the banker and second goods engine. Fun fact, he's actually James's basis, let's call it Class 28, since that's technically what it was. Class 28 steam engine, but it was some sort of not fusion, but some sort of experiment called the Class 28XX, or a Class 45F. Which is a fusion between a James's basis and a Ford Fowler, equaling this. Now, what I did with Chan was that, I start with the engine. I recently finished him today. Yesterday, I gave Ryan, one of my friends, a special sneak peek of how he was looking. But I recently added the cow catchers and side plates to him. Now, at first, I used my old Bachmann James, which was basically his front pony truck thing. And I decided, hey, why not make my OC? So I did. I repainted it, waited a couple of hours, added the lining, painted his dome and whistle windows. And I decided to give him golden buffers, because not much people in the Thomas fandom, even though this is nothing really to do with the Thomas fandom, or people just don't give their engine OCs golden buffers. So I decided, hey, why don't I give my OC golden buffers? I also gave him a golden lamp, a lot of golden things. I don't know why. I just decided to test out some of my new gold paint I got, and it actually looked really well. I also gave him a front chain since he doesn't have a front coupling, because it's gonna be kind of hard to add a front coupling to this guy. Then I waited a few days, so I think because I was getting tired and stuff, and then I also added that too. But and today I decided to finish him off. His tender, there's not much to explain about it. Just added lining, painted it blue, gave him golden buffers, wabam, nothing to report. It's just a generic blue tender. Anyways, back to Chan, my model. I decided to add his cow catchers and side plates, which I made a day earlier. So I decided to make the cow catchers and side plates. Painted them blue. I did all of that jizz on this cow catchers and side plates. Yeah, I did the thing. I forgot what it's called. The front cow catcher. And then I basically finished it. This is how it looks like for the bottom. As you can see, he has enough wheel space to move around the layouts. Once I build it, of course. Then I made the face. Since I was decided not to just use MS Paint or ask one of my friends to make the face, I decided this is me. I should make my own face. So I grabbed a piece of cardboard, cut it into a circle. I drew my face on it, and then it was with pencil, but then I took it with a Sharpie pen, and I think I did a pretty good job. There's enough room to get around, and yeah, I think I did a pretty good job on this little fella. He's engine on the East and Western Railway. He's engine number 20, and I also hot glued the face on, so it's unremovable and stuff like that. Yeah. He's the banker, by the way. He's also going to, he's engine number 20, considering that my LC's number was 20. And I about have for the East and Western Railway cast, there's about to be probably 30 and up to 30 engines. Well, with the edges with numbers. So far, I'm thinking of 30 locomotives in the railway fleet. Well, main locomotive fleet. Fleet, not feet. I said fleet. And I'm really excited to start making the episodes, especially since I got Sony Vegas Video Editor. As you can see, and it's just a weird picture I did a while back. I don't know why these days I was just bored. Since I have a Sony Vegas Video Editor, things are much easier to edit because I used to use Windows Movie Maker, which I still am, but for more simpler and not as spectacular projects. I'm still getting my way around Sony Vegas, and also like to thank Seth for giving me this Sony Vegas thing. The link to his channel will be in the description. So basically now I can add multiple sound files because I really need to now add narration, sound effects, music, all that jizz. So it's really easy to get around. And so Western Railway will probably be released somewhere around 2017. I don't know when, but it's probably going to be released somewhere about 2017 or 2018. Probably 2017, considering that more time and space to do it. And also I have a couple of announcements. Episode 1 of the East Western Railway is, well, yeah, basically that. There's not really going to be a pilot episode. Maybe a couple of sound effects and Sony Vegas tests featuring the cast and crew of the East and Western. So yeah. There's also I don't really know. There's also going to be a movie of the East and Western Railway, probably coming about 2019 or 18. Probably 2019, I think. Anyways, during that time, And there's gonna be a movie called East to West Railway Movies, just simple as that. It's really edgy, and I'm not really gonna. I want to give spoilers because I want to keep you intrigued and on your seats till the finale of season 1. Season 1 is quite long, and aside that, I divided up in volumes of books. So on the thumbnails and the beginnings, you will see a thumbnail of the picture, or the picture that kind of looks like one of those Railway Series books covers. And it was yeah, episode 1. The title is New Beginnings, which it features how Josh got to the railway and how things are going to currently go down. The series takes place in it takes place in 2016 and 17. Season 1 takes place in 2017. Season 2 takes place in 2018, and so on and so forth. It just depends whenever the episode gets released. There's going to be 5 seasons aired. But that doesn't mean the series is going to end then. I'm just going to air 5 seasons, take a break, air another few seasons. The series is going to go on how long I actually wanted to, considering that I've been preparing for this for ages. Also, I'd like to announce a channel that's already been created a while back ago, but I wanted to just announce it so you guys could know more about it. Me, Toby77, and Lamar Campbell have released a new channel called The Wooden Bros. I hope you would enjoy it. It's going to be so far so good a series, as we're going to air our own Railway Series recreations or remakes. Two original series by me and Lamar. Mine's is being Quest 5. His is being Little Engines Big Things, or on this channel. Also the link in the description as well, just in case you want to know. And the first one of Railway Bros video is going to be a simple little crash video. Something like that. It's either going to be a crash video or a, let me think. What was it? Or an introduction video to James. Not James Paul, to James the Red Engine. If you could see him in the floor. Let me turn on the lighting. The lighting's not really working on my tablet. But yeah. I also like to announce a couple of other engines of the series. The Thailand Railway engines I'm adding to the series because the series takes place in Wales, I suppose. I don't know what region of Wales the Thailand Railway engines are located, so I'm just going to go with Northern Wales. And if that's not correct, and if you get triggered about it, listen, like, even though my series is the engines are going to be realistic, and most things are going to be realistic, not everything is going to be taking place where it actually is, or realistic. Some of the crashes might be like the I don't know, season 16 crashes, for example. Even though they're not, I'm just giving an example. The crashes might not be realistic. But it's the story and the characters that are more important than the realism. And how things are, if they're realistic or not realistic. It matters on the story, the characters, and the setting. Not the environment or realism. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up, because if some things are not pleasing to you in the series, then yeah. And if you keep complaining about it stuff, then I'll probably delete your comments or ban you from the channel, something like that. So if you don't have anything nice to say, then you don't have to say it at all. And constructive criticism is allowed, but just general hate comments by some newbie channel, then you could, biz off. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the custom and announcement videos. I hope to see you guys again.